Hi folks, and welcome back to the Wild Patch. We are at the old plot and it's a bit of a bittersweet day today as I'm going to be clearing out all of my stuff, taking it over to the new plot and leaving this one behind ready for the next tenant. So I thought I'd bring you along with me so we can all say a joint goodbye together if you like. So I thought maybe first we could do a little walk around, see how it's looking. Spoiler alert, not looking great. I've put very little effort into this over the last sort of month and a bit since I knew that I was going to be leaving. But there's still a few bits to see, so let's go and have a look, shall we? So, as we walk up, you'll notice that 2 of the bags of compost have gone. There's just one left, that's Ellie and Tom's, which is going to be moving down to that plot there. They've already made some progress on that, so that's good. Martin and I shifted the other 2 bags last weekend in the pouring rain. It was just the 2 of us, a trailer and 2 spades, but we got there in the end. Teamwork makes the dream work, I suppose. And then, so let's have a little walk along here. It's very weedy, but you know, that's okay. So we've got 2 empty raised beds here. Those are going to be coming with me. So I just need to pull them up. Nothing growing in those. And then we've got my pallet collar beds here as well. Now, these are in pretty good nick, so I think I will take them with me. The challenge is going to be, I've got my blue Soleil's leeks in here, which I would quite like to take with me. So I've got 2 options. I can either pull them now. They're not a bad size. They're not a bad size now. They'd be nice as like baby leeks. But if I want sort of proper size leeks, I will need to pull them up and take them with me. So that's a decision I'm probably going to make today. This leek bed died. I'm assuming not enough water when I first planted them. However, the mushrooms are doing well. I'm fairly sure these are not edible mushrooms. In fact, even if they are, they don't look very nice. So I'm going to leave those be. And then we've got an empty bed here. That looks like 2 leeks in there, actually. Maybe some grass. Not sure. So these pallet collars are coming with me. All of these poles are going to be coming with me. This whole bed, a little bit deceiving. It looks very lush and green, and it is. There's lots of leaves going on, but not a lot of actual things to harvest. So the pumpkins have been trailing all over the place, which is what I wanted. Not a single pumpkin on them. We've got a mashed potato squash down here, which I'm pretty pleased with. I'm gonna Google that and see what size you need to pick them at, but hopefully that will come with me. I just pulled up a beetroot as well. That will be a volunteer from the last chap that was here. Pretty sure that's a potato as well, so I'll pull that and see what comes out. And then around here, I'm very excited about this because I'm pretty sure this is a butternut squash. I haven't planted anything else like this, so I'm hoping it's a butternut squash. Not sure why it's stripy. Maybe that's just how they look before they've hardened off. Not sure. Really good size though. That's my hand for reference. Bigger than my hand, and I don't have tiny hands. Yeah, that's pretty good. The Bellottis have disappeared, which I'm quite sad about because they were a really gorgeous bright pink colour, but they've probably succumbed to slugs, which is fine. We have got some Greek, sorry I'm in the way, we've got some Greek gigantes, but again they've not really come to much, so I think what I might do is just save the biggest ones for seed next year. Call it a day. So this is the popping corn, the gem, can't remember what it's called, I will put it on the screen, but the gem corn, which I think is supposed to be a bantam corn or a dwarf corn. So I'm not too disappointed with this. It's been blowing beautifully in the breeze. We've got a few good tassels on here, but I don't think they will, there's nothing really to pick, which is a shame, but perhaps a nice treat for the next person. I don't know if they'll actually come to anything before the end of the season, but I will leave them here, I think. And then we've got another bed, which I'll be taking with me. So now, of course, the thing that started this whole problem, the pond, is looking very, we're calling it a wildlife pond. It's very overgrown, which is good for wildlife, and that's what I'm going to stick to. I can't see anything living in here, which is good. So it should be a fairly drama-free move. This is absolutely coming with me. This is the whole reason I'm leaving this site. So this is going to be fun to take apart. But it's got to be done, I suppose. Compost bins, I'm going to take 2 of these with me, I think. I'll just find the best looking ones and take those. And then as we come onto the bottom plot, the rhubarb triffid is starting to go over now with the cooler weather. Still a lot of harvestable stalks on here, although they're getting quite big. So I think I'll probably just leave those. Had a good amount of pickings off of these, so not disappointed to be leaving behind. And there is rhubarb at the new plot, so I don't need to dig this up and take it with me, thank goodness. So in here, this has been a really good bed actually. I'm going to start at this end. So we've got some cosmos going on here. I think this is the cupcake, potentially. Cornflowers, which have been beautiful. We've got a courgette here. We've got any fruit on him. We've got a little one there. Not ready to go today, so that'll be a gift for the next person. The nasturtium's gone bananas, no flowers, but lots of leaf. And then the tomatoes. I'm going to go gold digging in here because we've got loads of the yellow Galena tomatoes. So that will be a job. That'll be a nice job actually for me to do. Lots of little sunny spears in there. So looking forward to that. There are some other varieties of tomatoes in here, but it looks like the Galena's done the best. The rest can stay. Oh no, that's a chocolate cherry there. I might just... beautiful. Oh, lovely. And then another tomato bed down here. We've had a lot of rain recently, so a lot of these have split. So the tigerellas have all but kind of exploded. The atomic grapes are still going. Nothing looking ripe. I might just take them with me and ripen them at home though, because we're coming to the very end of the tomato season now and I don't want to waste anything. So a fair amount to do today. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. Perfect weather for working in the garden, frankly. The sun is out, it's nice and warm, lovely cool breeze to cool you down. And yeah, shall we crack on? Worth noting as well that I'm not actually moving everything over today. I'm going to be piling it up at the end of the plot for Martin to come along with a trailer and pick it up on Wednesday. Today's Monday. So it'll be going over to the allotment in a couple of days' time, but I'm trying to get ahead of the game and just start taking everything apart. So I'm hoping I can just pull the stakes out, everything will stay together and I can just pile it up because the trailer's fairly big. If not, I'll have to come back with my electric screwdriver and take everything apart, but I'm hoping it does not come to that. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh yeah, look at that. So it's just occurred to me that before I take down the rest, so all the canes and the beds, I should probably do a little bit of a harvest. So stand by for the last ever harvest of the Woodfields plot, starting with this volunteer beetroot. So I've just been speaking to one of the other plot holders and it seems like my squashes are not ready. So I'm going to have to leave the mashed potato squash And sadly the butternut squash, although I might ask Tom and Ellie to keep an eye on them and then pick them when they're ready, as long as nobody else takes on the plot. That could be a way around it. Anyway, so let's pick some Greek gigantes beans. Not a super abundant harvest this year, but at least we should have some for seeds, I guess. I don't know. Again, you're supposed to wait for them to dry out on the plant, but I'm not going to have time for that. So I'm going to pick the biggest ones and let them dry sort of in the kitchen, I guess. There's not much in there. Yeah, not a lot really. That's quite a big one. I mean, some of these, this might not work at all, but at least I've got more of a chance of it working by picking them than I have by just leaving them on the plant to die. So, you know, very sad about that butternut squash. Right, time to dig for some gold. These yellow Galena tomatoes have been an absolute shining star this year. They are one of my favourite varieties. So a few weeks ago, Steve and I did a tomato tasting up at Leaf and Ground, and I gave him one of these and he absolutely loved them too, so it's not just me. Check out that video if you haven't. If you're already thinking about what you're going to say for next year, it might give you a little bit of inspiration on the tomato side. Steve does lots of tomato tasting videos. He's got like a whole league of tomatoes. So I think I'll probably be taking a few varieties from his list as well for next year. And also, like, not only are these like really sweet and tasty, we've had loads of rain. There's no splitting. Ooh. So they're much better than the sun gold, which sort of splits it, sort of even the hint of rain. And they're just as sweet and lovely. And they've been really prolific this year as well. So this bed, I've kind of just left to its own devices. And I've got just tons. Oh, that's a chocolate cherry. We'll have that one as well. And I've just had tons. In fact, the tomatoes I've sort of just left on the plot have done a lot better than the ones in the greenhouse, so that's a lesson for next year as well. So there are some that are beginning to blush as well, which I'm going to take. Ooh. Some nice chocolate ones there as well. That's a split one. Leave that behind. Maybe get some volunteers for the next plot holder. There's just so much to root through here. And any that are sort of looking like they're starting to blush, I'm going to take as well, so I can ripen them at home. They won't be as delicious as if I'd left them to ripen on the vine, but they will still be good. Ooh. They're looking a bit sad now, but these sweet peas have actually done really well this year. They were just an absolute party when they were in their prime. So I'm going to take some seeds from these. This was a mix of Heaven Sent and Skylark. And yeah, they've just been fantastic. And I don't know if you've noticed, but sweet pea seeds are so expensive. So anything I can do to sort of save a bit of money next year, I absolutely will. So there we have the last harvest of the Woodfield plot. So we've got this nice beetroot here, some Greek gigantes for seed, which are covering up my lovely tomatoes, sweet peas, and a couple of spuds. I mean, that's fine. Is it the abundant harvest I was hoping for? No. But did I put the work in this year for a massively abundant harvest? Also no. So I will take what I can get. Right, so with that harvest done, bean poles, because I'm taking these with me. So these, I don't know if I put it in the video actually, I went out and bought poles to put up, and then Loft came to help me. I bought 6-foot poles, thinking that would be enough. Put them in the ground, and obviously we dug them in a good foot so that they'd be stable, and they went up to here. So I had to go back out and buy, I think these are 8s. So I'm definitely taking these with me. Okay, last but not least, the problem child. I really don't want to do this, but I was going to have to do it whether I stayed or left. It's going to be a bit messy. I've got gloves. Oh, right, here we go. Right, so I've just got to fill this bugger in. I think I've got some compost, and I'll just, I've got some some rough compost in the bins, so it'll just rot down in the hole. I think that'll do. Well, I hope you're happy, Cam Parish Council. I hope you're happy. And then I'd say that's pretty much done. So yeah, a lot of hard graft today. But it's okay. I think we're moving on to better things, I'll have to say. It's always sad leaving a plot behind. It's always hard work leaving a plot behind. Many people don't kind of put things back as they were. For anyone that was here very early on, you'll know that I found like wire and broken glass and all sorts of horrible things lying under the soil here. So I can confidently say that I'm not going to be leaving any of that guff behind. A lot of it's already gone up the tip. The rest of it is in a bucket ready to go. So I think I can leave knowing that I've done my best for the next person, which is all you can really do. when you're moving on from plots. So on that note, I'm going to carry the rest of the stuff up to that junk pile up there and say my goodbyes. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye.